క్లియర్ వస్తుందా? చూడాలి సార్, నేను అది చెక్ చేయాలి. ఈరోజు చూద్దాం. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice and screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice and screen. Those who are attending in online, please confirm to me. Right, sir. And check it what we completed there in the last session. Right, sir. In the last session, what we completed there, I think so we are discussing about JDBC. Some definitions are given. After the definitions are given, some content related to the driver introduction parts are given. So let's say the total content here. First of all, tell me what is JDBC? What exactly the definitions are available for JDBC now? JDBC is a step-by-step process. It can be used to interact with the database from Java applications in order to perform database operations from Java applications. Right, sir? What is this step-by-step process? We are going to understand in the future. JDBC is a technology, not a programming language. It can be used to connect with the database from Java applications in order to perform database operations from Java applications. Next one. JDBC is a technology, not a programming language. There we can understand clearly what is programming language and what is technology. Programming language is a startup one where all definitions and all syntaxes are introduced or invented. But technology is a set of predefined classes and interfaces on the basis of the programming language and which are used to prepare a separate type of applications. Like JDBC is a technology, servlets is a technology, JSP is a technology, EJBC is a technology, JSTL is a technology. But core Java is a programming language which is a basis for all the technologies in Java related. Okay. Next one, JDBC is an abstraction provided by Sun Microsystems and it is implemented by the database vendors in order to connect with the database from Java applications and in order to perform database operations from Java applications. It's an abstraction. Abstraction in the sense collection of interfaces provided by Sun Microsystems and their implementations are provided by all the database vendors. All right, sir. Then what is going on inside the JDBC? I given in the point of some points now. Try to understand it. What points are given there? In general, in JDBC applications, we will prepare database logic, that is SQL queries in Java applications we will send the provided database logic to the database, where a database engine will execute the provided SQL queries. The database engine will perform the required database operations, and the database engine will send the generated results back to the Java application. This is in general what is going to be happen in the JDBC. In the above JDBC process, we will provide database logic at Java applications as per Java representations. This is important. As per Java representations, and if you submit Java represented database logic to the database engine, the database engine will not execute the provided database logic. Why? Because the provided database logic is available in Java representations, but the database engine required the database logic in database representations. Observe carefully one simple point here I am telling to you. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. So for example, this is my Java application. This is Java application. This is like database. Right, sir. At a Java site, we will execute our Java programs. No, JVM will execute our Java programs. JVM will understand which representations care. Java API. Java API in the sense Java representations. At a databases, we will perform database operations. No, we will perform database operations. No, database engine. Database engine. Database engine is able to understand which representations. No, database engine is able to understand which representations care. Query languages representation, or simply speaking, query languages API. Query languages API. Okay, this is JVM Java API. This is query language API. Database engine. Understand clearly. So when we provide database logic in Java representations, and when we provide directly the Java represented database logic to database engine, where database engine is unable to execute the Java represented database logic. Why it is unable to execute it? No, database engine is able to understand only query languages API. Database engine is unable to understand Java representations. But here we provided Java representations, but database engine required what their query languages representations. So where some mismatch is available or not, some miscommunication is going on or not. Right, exactly. In this particular situation, to execute our programs, two options are available. What are the two options? No, option number one, being the Java developer, ask to the database vendor. Say for example, if you are using Oracle, ask to the Oracle vendor, I am from Java application development. I want to interact with your Oracle database, but I prepared my program in Java only. I submitted the Java code to Java logic to Java representations to your Oracle database. Unfortunately, our Oracle database is not understanding, not executing my Java represented database logic. So prepare your database engine to understand Java and to execute Java related code. Understand my point or not? If we give this type of request to the Oracle people, Then what Oracle people will give a reply no? What Oracle people will give a reply no? Understand it? Say for example, I'm taking Java classes now. Your all members are attending here. Understand my point here? Out of all these members, no, one member came to me. One member asked to me, 7:30 to 9 you are taking advanced Java class. No, don't take at 7:30 this advanced Java class. No, then please try to take the class at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10. No, one person came to me, one person has asked to me. What I have to reply to him? What I have to reply? No, whether you are going to join with me or not, I don't want to think about it. But apart from you, all remaining members are attending this session. All remaining members are selected. The timing is what there 7:30 to 9. Already we have committed for what there 7:30 to 9. So I must conduct the class on 7:30 to 9 only. Not possible to take that class at 9 o'clock. 9 to 10 is a odd time for everybody, so not possible. Like this, I can give information or not? Okay, then immediately he said to me, no, I don't want to come for your class there if you are not changing the time now. What is my next reply? No. What is my next reply? No. Okay, it's okay. Well and good. Then go for alternative. Best of luck. That's it. But how it is possible to conduct the class at 9 o'clock? Understand again? Same thing is going on to the Oracle database vendor. A Java developer has requested. See, Oracle is a database not only for Java. Oracle is a database for C developers. Oracle is a database for C++ application developers. Oracle is a database for Python application developer. Oracle is a database for Java developers. Java people are asking what? Java developers are asking what? Try to change your database engine to understand Java logic. If the database engine, if the Oracle database engine is understanding Java, what about the C customers? What about the C++ customers? What about the Python code there? What about the Python developers? No. That's my point here. From their Python language, they want to interact with the Oracle database. If it is understanding only Java, automatically Oracle database vendor is going to lose other customers or not. They can preserve only Java customers. They can provide support for only Java customers in the case, then they have to lose other customers or not. And then immediately what Oracle people are giving information there, Oracle people are saying that, no, it is not at all possible there. If we provide database engine to understand only Java, other customers we are going to lose. So even though you lost, even though you are losing your services, no, even though we are not getting your services, no, it doesn't matter for us. So, but we are unable to change my database engine to understand Java. My database engine is understandable to what their query languages, and as it is, we want to maintain my database engine. Like this, they are able to give reply. Sir, understand my point or not? Okay. If they are giving reply like this, then what I have to do? I have to go for second option. First option is not worked out. First option is I'm trying to modify the database engine to understand Java, but Oracle people have not accepted that. Database vendors are not accepting that. So I have to go for an alternative. What is that alternative there? That alternative is nothing. Instead of directly understanding the content here, what we have to do, if any converter is available, no, if any translator is available here, if any mediator is available to map Java representations to database representations and database representations to Java representations, if any mediator is available, then our work will be very simple. If any mediator is existed here between these two, no, then our work will be very simple. Then what is our work here in this particular scenario? Observe carefully. Whenever we prepared our Java, when we submitted our Java code, automatically the Java code, the Java represented database logic will be provided to this translator, this interface in between Java application and database. Now, this translator will map Java representations to database representations. The database represented code will be provided to what their database engine. Now, database engine will perform the required database operations. Database engine will perform the required database operations, and it is able to identify the results in the same database representations, and that results are given back to, like what there, the results are given back to the respective, the results are given back to the respective converter or translator. Still, the results are in a database representations only. The results which are in database representations are giving to this mediator. That mediator will map that mediator will map what it able to map. No, the database representations, the results which are available in database representations are mapped to like what there to the Java representations, and the Java representations are provided to like what there to the respective Java application. Now our problem is solved or not? We can represent database logic in Java, and database at a database side it able to execute the database logic in Java representations only. That means in database representations only. But in the middle we have taken one mediator. What is the job of that mediator? No, the job of that mediator is it able to take a database logic in Java representations. It able to convert that Java representations to map. That means it able to map Java representations to query language representations, and query language representations are given to what their database engine. Now database engine will execute the database representations. It able to perform some database operation. It able to get some results in database representations. That results which are given back to like what their mediator. That mediator is able to map the database representations to Java representations. The Java represented results are given back to what their Java application. Here with the help of the mediator we are able to execute our application or not? Now exactly in this particular situation, this mediator is called as what there? A driver. That mediator is called as what there? A driver. Simply speaking, JDBC driver. Yes, sir. That mediator is what there? JDBC driver. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? What exactly the point I'm telling you? Alright, so now this is clearly the information about what there? JDBC driver. Here what we are getting clearly. Observe carefully. Diagram I'm providing there, but here itself I want to provide there. Right, sir. The next point here, what I'm telling there, in the above context, to execute JDBC application, in the above context, to execute JDBC applications, we need a mapper, or maybe we need a translator, we need a mediator, simply speaking, translator or mediator to sorry, we need a translator or mediator to map Java representations to the database representations, and from Java and from database representations to the Java representations. Right, sir. Understand my point here? All right, sir. So in the above context, to execute JDBC applications, we need a translator or mediator to map Java representations to the database representations, and from database representations to the Java representations. All right, sir. Observe carefully. In the above context, the mediator is called, in the above context, that mediator is called as what there? JDBC driver. Alright, sir. Or simply here itself I want to confirm it. No, here the required mediator, here the required mediator is called as what there? JDBC driver. Now what exactly the meaning of driver? Definition here I want to provide here. Now observe carefully. JDBC driver is an interface. Interface in the sense not a class, abstract class and interface I'm talking there. Is a mediator. In general, we can say it is an interface. We can say it is what there? An interface. Sorry. JDBC driver is an interface provided in between Java applications and the databases. Okay. It is able to map the same point. It is able to map Java API calls. Java API calls in the sense Java representations only to the database API calls, and from database API calls to the Java API calls. To the what there? Java API calls. Right, sir. This is what exactly the meaning of driver. What is the purpose of the driver? We understood. Then what is the definition of the driver here? We understood clearly. All of you are getting it or not? Now this is exactly the meaning of the driver. So here I given some representation also clearly. Good. Okay, sir. Good. Nice. Up to now here what we understood, what is the purpose of the driver and what is driver? The definition here we understood there. But how I'm able to get the driver? From where I have to get this driver? So got it or not? From where we have to get this driver? So if we come for this point, again I'm giving some clarity. Now try to understand this point here. So basically we are JDBC application developers. Means that we are using Java programming language. We are the customers to Sun Microsystems. So to connect with Oracle database, I required a driver. So to whom we are requesting? No, we have to request to which organization? Is that to the Sun Microsystems or to the Oracle Corporation? Basically, we are coming from Sun Microsystems. That means we are using Java. That means we are the customers of Sun Microsystems. So here definitely we have to request to the Sun Microsystems to provide driver. Right or not? We are nowhere related with Oracle or Oracle database. Just we want to use that. That's it. But basically we are the Java developers. So we are expecting the driver in Java from Sun Microsystems. So we will send a request mail to Sun Microsystems. I want to connect with Oracle database. Please provide one driver for connecting with Oracle database. Let's assume it. Sun Microsystems people are kind-hearted. They might be provided one driver for connecting with Oracle because of your request. Okay, well and good. I have taken the driver what Sun Microsystems has given. I have used it to connect with Oracle database. Up to that, it's okay, clear. But in the next day, what happened? Some other group of JDBC application developers, they are not using Oracle database. They are using MySQL database. They require again driver. Again, they are requesting to the Sun Microsystem. Previously, you provided a driver for Oracle database. The JDBC application developer, those who are using Oracle, they are very happy. But unfortunately, my situation is what? We are not using Oracle database. We are using MySQL database. For the MySQL database, I need a driver. Please provide one more driver to connect with the MySQL database. Previously, I given Oracle driver. That's for Oracle database, not working for MySQL database. Now prepare one more new driver for MySQL database. Some other group of people may request to the Sun Microsystems. Okay, still Sun Microsystems has accepted this request. Sun Microsystems has provided a separate driver to connect with MySQL from Java applications. Up to this, it's okay, full happy. JDBC developers, those who are using Oracle, those who are using MySQL, they're very happy. But in the next day, what happened? Some other JDBC application developers, they are using DB2 database. Not Oracle, not MySQL, DB2 database, some other database. They are also be sending request mail to Sun Microsystems. You have given support for Oracle customers and MySQL customers, no? But what about myself? Myself is from what there? DB2 database, no? So why you are not providing a separate driver for DB2 database interaction? Understand my point here? If continuously Sun Microsystem is receiving this type of mails, no? For 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, up to that it's okay. Sun Microsystems can provide implementations there. But continuously if we are sending requests, no? For how many databases that Sun Microsystem has to provide their driver implementation? For how many databases it has to provide the driver support? As of now, maybe more than 100 databases are available outside. More than 100 databases are available in the sense that Sun Microsystem has to provide a separate driver for each and every database. But how long it will take to provide driver implementations for each and every database? No. Is it a permanent solution? In the case tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if any new database is available, again developers may request to the Sun Microsystems, new database is available, try to prepare a separate driver for new database. But how long Sun Microsystems has to provide that new driver's information? Sir, all of you are getting it or not? Even though Sun Microsystem is a kind-hearted, but up to certain level only they are able to provide their services, no? But continuously for each and every database, a separate driver in the sense, then how long it has to provide? Is it a permanent solution? It's not a permanent solution. Then the Sun Microsystem is consuming their resources or not? Meanwhile, what Sun Microsystem has observed there, database vendors are not involved in this total process. Just they are enjoying the game. The game is going on between JDBC application developers and Sun Microsystems, and Sun Microsystems has done some effort and it has given some driver products there. Because of the driver products, database vendors are getting benefit indirectly. They are getting more number of customers. Yes, sir. Are you getting it or not? So by thinking all these points now, Sun Microsystems wants to give a permanent solution. What is that permanent solution that Sun Microsystems has given there? Simply, Sun Microsystems has removed all the drivers what it has provided previously. Simply, Sun Microsystems has given driver as an interface. Now it is class, abstract class interface is there now. So Sun Microsystems has provided driver as an interface. And Sun Microsystems has requested to all the database vendors, try to provide your own implementation for this driver if you want to have JDBC application developers as a customers. Then when these notifications are received by all the database vendors, that all the database vendors have started to provide their own implementation for this driver. All the database vendors have provided their own implementation classes to the driver interface. But where they have provided their own implementation classes, no. Where they have provided their own implementation classes, no. All the database vendors have provided their own implementation classes in their database software only. In their database software only, all the database vendors have provided the driver implementations. Are you getting it or not? Oracle has provided one implementation class per driver. MySQL has provided one implementation class for this driver. DB2 has provided one implementation class for this driver. So in the form of some jar files, each and every database vendor have provided their own implementation class for the driver. Sir, all of you are getting my point or not? Each and every database vendor has provided a separate implementation class for the driver in the form of a jar file inside their database product only. Got it or not? So this is what exactly the point here I'm telling you. All right, now understand it. I will show you practically. No need to worry for it. Now understand this clearly. What I'm telling to you. To provide a driver, Sun Microsystems has provided driver the driver in the form of an interface like java.sql.driver. What is that, sir? Interface name is what there? java.sql.driver. And Sun Microsystems has given an option. Sun Microsystems has given an option to all the database vendors. Sun Microsystems has given an option to all the database vendors, to provide their own implementation to the java.sql.driver interface. That's it. All right, then understand it clearly with the above notation. Or with the above notation, that's okay. The above notation, all the database vendors have provided their own implementation classes for the java.sql.driver interface in their database software, where they're available in their database software. Now I'm giving one point to you, all of you now try to understand it. Everybody understand it. In their database software, they are providing their one. As you are the JDB's application developer, as we require driver, from where we have to get this driver? Where the driver implementation is available. With interface, we can't do anything. With implementation classes only, we can do something. So where that implementation class are available? In their database software. What, for example, I want to use Oracle database. I must install Oracle database in my system or not? In that installed Oracle database software, we have to search for the driver class. We have to search for their driver implementation class. Simple diagram here I want to provide. Examples I want to provide, but before these examples, I want to give a diagrammatic representation. Now try to understand this clearly. Everybody, understand this clearly, no? Now this is like what I'm telling to you, a driver. This is what their driver interface. Okay, now here we are having databases. Now here the database related implementation is available. Through that implementation only, we are going to connect with this database and we are going to perform all the database operations. Like this, multiple implementations. And so on. Now here, I need to give some databases here. What databases here I want to provide? This I want to say like what there, Oracle. Now here, this I want to provide like what there, Oracle IMPL. Oracle IMPL for what there, driver. Now this is, for example, I want to say MySQL, and this is like what there, MySQL IMPL. This is, for example, DB2 and so on. So many databases, no, DB2 IMPL. In that way, we are able to have like what there, all the content here. So this is an interface, but all these are what their classes. This is an interface, but all these are what their classes. But observe carefully. Here, what I am telling there with the above notation, all the database vendors have provided their own implementation classes for the Java.SQL.driver interface in their database softwares. Getting it or not? But now the point is like what I am telling to you. What are the various examples for it? Example one. Example one. Oracle.jdbc.Oracle driver provided by Oracle database vendor. Okay. Next one is what there after this com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver provided by MySQL database vendor. Is it? Now at least I want to show in practical for these two. No, now try to understand clearly. These are implementation classes. Here Oracle driver is one of the class, and again driver is another class. These two are the implementations of what there java.sql.driver. Java.sql package provided by Sun Microsystems. That's a part of the Java. But these two are like what there. One is provided by Oracle, Oracle.jdbc. Another one is provided by what there, MySQL. Let's see this point here. Now all of you observe carefully. Oracle driver is provided by Oracle database vendor or not? Where Oracle vendor has provided this driver implementation? Where Oracle vendor has provided that driver implementation inside the Oracle software or not? Now in my system we can see I installed already Oracle database. No, where I installed this Oracle database, there we can see Oracle 21xe is available. Yes sir, what I installed? No, Oracle 21xe database I installed. Open it. Now I'm entering inside the Oracle software. Inside this Oracle software, DB Home XE, there inside this, we have to search for JDBC. Observe carefully, there is a separate folder under this Oracle software. What is that folder here? This folder is including JDBC implementation for respect to JDBC abstraction. Right or not? Okay. Now inside the JDBC lib is available. Inside the lib, there we can take like what there. JDBC11.jar is available. Jar file is available. I want to get copy of this. I want to get a copy of this. I want to extract this. Observe carefully. Oracle JDBC. Now please observe this clearly. Right click on it and paste. If you do know, automatically Oracle JDBC 11 is available jar file. Right click on it and we have to click on what there extract here. If we extract that, there automatically here we are able to get what there Oracle metaname something else here we are able to get now. Oracle dot. Then what next one here no JDBC dot. There what next one here Oracle dot JDBC dot Oracle driver. What is available here? Oracle driver. See this one Oracle driver dot class file is available. Sir, got it or not? That the jar file I extracted there. Inside this, I have seen what there Oracle driver dot class. Now I want to open this Oracle driver class and command prompt. If you want to open this Oracle driver class and command prompt, no, there I have to set class path environment variable to OJDBC 11. Then we can see that. Let me open my command prompt here. In my command prompt, I have to go with like what there. I have to go to the location where it is existed here. What is that location? Or else maybe set a class path. Set a class path is equal to exactly this location here where it is existed here. That location here I want to take slash OJDBC11.jar file. Let me copy this part here. Your location is available. There we want to provide this. That's okay. Class path is set. No. Now here we have to open Java P space. What next one here? Oracle dot JDBC dot. What next one here we have to open there? No. Oracle driver. Java P space Oracle dot JDBC dot Oracle driver. Now observe carefully. Public class Oracle dot JDBC dot Oracle driver extends what, sir? Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle. This is super interface now. Okay, no problem. Java P that we have to provide now. I want to open even this. If we click on this, now here we are getting so many things now. Now here, what we can identify there now, tell me, Oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver implements what? Implements what? Java.sql.driver that is provided by Sun Microsystem, and this driver is implemented by one class or not? What is this class now? Oracle driver class or not? All of you understand this point clearly. This is implemented by Oracle driver class or not? So this driver class is provided by Oracle Corporation, but it is implementing what interface? No, driver interface provided by Sun Microsystems. So all of you are getting it or not? What exactly the point I said, to provide driver, Sun Microsystems has given an interface only, but its implementation classes must be provided by whom? All the database vendors. Here Oracle has provided one implementation class to implement what there? Java.sql.driver interface. There's a proof here. What exactly the proof I have given? Of course. Now this is like what I'm telling to you. This is about Oracle driver information here we have seen. Right, sir. Next one is like what I want to show there. MySQL database. I have installed MySQL database in my system. Right now, let me check it in C drive where MySQL is available. Program files x86. Inside this, where we can see what there MySQL. Observe carefully. There only I'm going to. I had that MySQL installation here. Inside this, connector J 8.0. Then where MySQL connector J 8.0.31 is existed here. Now let me copy this. Now here I want to go at command prompt here. That means desktop. Then where I want to provide like what there MySQL connector Java 8.0.26 is already available. Okay, right click on it, extract here. Automatically here we are getting it. Even not required to extract anyway. But just I want to show that. Com folder is available. Com dot MySQL dot CJ dot. Next one is what there JDBC dot. Then where we have to search for what there driver. We have to search for what there driver. Right, so there we can see the driver class. Driver dot class file is available or not in that package now. So okay, now here what we have to do there, here we have to provide like what there, MySQL, this one, this total path here I want to copy. Just for your understanding purpose, I'm showing this content here, not to do anything practically with this now. So now here set class path is equal to all the points here we provided. Set a class path is equal to all the things here we provided. Got it or not? Now here we have to use Java P space com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. What I have written there? Java P space com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Click on enter button here. Then what we are getting, sir? Now tell me. Class com.mysql.cj.jdbc driver extends com.mysql.cj.jdbc then what next one here? Non-registering driver implements what? Implements what? Directly it is implementing what? Java.sql.driver. That means driver is implemented to this MySQL provided driver or not? Right, so now this is the proof here we can understand. Like this, every database vendor has provided their own implementation class for what? Their driver interface. It's clear? All of you are getting clarity on these points now? Right, so now this is exactly the point here we can understand. Leave this point here. So this is completed overall here. What is the point here? I'm giving clarity. No, these are the driver implementation classes which are provided by database vendors for the driver interface. Right, sir. Good. That is clear. We can understand it now. After this, after completion of this particular content here, next one, everybody understand this? That another point is like what there? How many drivers are available outside now? Driver is an interface provided by Sun Microsystems, but how many drivers are available in outside here? For each and every database, a separate driver is available or not? For each and every database, a separate driver is available or not? Understand clearly, no? For each and every database, a separate driver is available. Number of databases are available outside. So number of drivers are available or not? More and more number of drivers are available or not? As you are having the equation, for each and every database, a separate driver is available. So number of drivers are existed here in outside. Am I right or not? Where the point here, what I am telling to you, understand it clearly. All the drivers are divided into the following 5 types. All the drivers are divided into the following 5 types. What are the various types here we are having there? First one is what there? Type 1 driver category. Type 1 driver. Type 1 drivers. Second one is type 2 drivers. And third one is type 3 drivers. And the fourth one is what there? Type 4 drivers. Next one is what there? Type 5 drivers. Sir, clear? All of you are getting clarity, no? Overall, how many types of drivers are available? 5 types of drivers are available. And outside, for each and every database, a separate driver is available. But all these drivers are divided into 5 types here. Observe carefully. Right, sir. In general, for each and every database, a separate driver is available, is existed. A separate driver is existed. But all the drivers are divided into the following 5 types. Right, sir. Now these are the points here we understood clearly. Now here we have to understand clearly what exactly the purpose of each and every driver. What are the points about each and every driver? But understand this clearly. Out of all the types of drivers, type of 5 driver is a recent one, but 100% implementations are not available. But theoretically it is available here, but little bit content is existed here. That's okay. Even not required at present in our application development. Type 1 driver is totally outdated. Even nowadays Java is also not supporting that. At initial stages of the JDBC, the driver was provided here. I will give information why it is existed now. So not required to think about even type 1 driver. Next, we have to think about type 2, type 3, type 4. Some dependencies are available even for them. For a type 2 driver, we need to take licenses to use that. So not required to use that. Type 3 driver is required with application servers only. In web applications or distributed applications only, we are going to use. So only one driver that is very much useful for us is what their type 4 driver. Nowadays, in every enterprise applications, only one driver we are going to use. What is the driver we are going to use there? Type 4 driver, not any other driver. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? But for the sake of practicals, I can show the programming part with the type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5 also. I can show that, but it is not necessary, not required. Nobody will ask these questions also. Already I had proofs there in YouTube, Durgasoft channel. All these examples are available. I have prepared these examples there. All 5 drivers I have worked there. Understand it here, but not required here. Why? Because some dependencies are available. The dependencies are not maintained by nowadays companies. Understand my point or not? So we are going to see some content. At least I will show programming with the type 1 driver, type 2 and type 4 immediately. First type 1 driver, 1 or 2 examples I will do. Immediately I will move on to the type 4 driver. When time is possible, then I will go with what there, all the remaining drivers here now, but not like this. But anyway, conceptually we have to understand each and every content clearly. That's it. Right. Now let's come for the first driver. What is this first driver here now? Type 1 driver. Everybody put more concentration. Some points are important here. Type 1 driver. What exactly the type 1 driver here? What you are having the information about this type 1 driver? All right, sir. Again, I'm asking one question there. Now try to answer for it. For example, you're all attending this advanced Java. Assume it, you completed already core Java. Assume it, you have completed core Java. Now we are attending advanced Java. Good. After completion of this core Java, now we are attending advanced Java. Meanwhile, you identified a small concept in core Java that I have not covered. Then you came to me, you asked to me, sir, please try to cover this one. Then what I have done there, okay, the topic I had already knowledge, just I given some overview. Then I set you, then I given information to all the members. You can start your own practice over this topic. The examples you can prepare in your own way. Just I have given only theory, not even a single program. I have not given anything. Okay, this type of applications you can do, so you can prepare applications in your own way. Like this I have given. Then what we have to do? Directly want to go for preparation? Directly want to prepare the application? Why not? Definitely we have to go for the application development. You are ready to start application development. You are ready to prepare your own programs, but you don't know how to start that application development. What to do inside this application, you don't know about it. Then immediately all the members are coming to me again. Again, they are giving their status. No, sir, we started to prepare this application, but we don't know how to implement these applications. Even we are not having any awareness on it. So what I am expecting there, at least give a model program for it. Not complete application, just a showcase. We can provide some showcase or a model program, just a model implementation you can provide. If you provide the showcase or model program there, then we will take the responsibility to prepare my own application. Sir, all of you are coming or not? When I given theory and when I given some assignment to you, before starting your assignment, you don't know how to start that and what to do inside this particular one, then immediately you are requesting to me, try to provide some model implementation so that we are ready to prepare our own application. So you are expecting that model implementation from me or not? By the time I've given a model implementation, one simple showcase I've given, by seeing that showcase, you prepared your own program there clearly. Yes, sir. Have you understood this content or not? Yeah. Similarly, what is the point I'm telling there? Java.sql.driver is an interface provided by Sun Microsystems. Is it? Am I right or not? Java.sql.driver is an interface provided by Sun Microsystems. And which are implemented by whom? All the database vendors. Yes, sir. This equation is clear or not? Java.sql.driver is an interface provided by Sun Microsystems. By providing this driver interface, all the Sun Microsystems has requested to all the database vendors to provide their own implementations. By providing driver interface, no, Sun Microsystems has given an option to all the database vendors to provide their own implementation. So here all the database vendors wants to prepare their own implementation, but they don't know how to start and what to provide inside these driver implementations. Why? Because they are not having any description. What they have to implement inside they are not aware about it. Why? Because it's a Java related. But the database vendors are very strong in their database technologies. They're not strong in Java, but they need to prepare their implementation for driver. So what they have to implement, they don't know. Then immediately what happened there, all the database vendors have requested to the Sun Microsystems, please try to provide one model implementation for the driver, then try to give one showcase for this driver interface. So by seeing that showcase or model implementation, we are going to prepare my own implementation for this driver. So all the database vendors have requested to Sun Microsystems. By the time Sun Microsystems has given a showcase or a model implementation for the driver, that showcase or model implementation is what their type on driver. Is it? Or if you're getting it or not? Understand the intention of the type on driver also. Don't follow blindly the points here. Understand the intention of providing type on driver. Type on driver is not for serious JDBC applications. Type on driver is not for our enterprise application development, not for our business. Type on driver is a basic model to give some platform for all the database vendors to prepare their own implementations. Just it is a showcase. It is not for utilization purpose. It is not in the project development. Just it is a showcase for all the developers to provide their own implementation for the driver. Yes, sir. If you're getting it or not. So here the point here, what I'm telling that point here I want to say clearly, understand it clearly. All right, sir. Now observe carefully. Type 1 driver was provided by Sun Microsystems in the form of Sun .jdbc.odbc.jdbc driver in the form of a class. Sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc.odbc driver. This is point number 1. We can understand clearly. Okay, right. Another point here, what I am telling to you, observe carefully. Sun Microsystems has provided type 1 driver. Sun Microsystems has provided type 1 driver as a model implementation or a showcase for all the database vendors to prepare their own driver classes. What's the meaning of their own driver classes? No, implementation classes for what their driver interface. And before this, one more point here I'm telling there. Type 1 driver is also called, observe carefully, JDBC ODBC driver is also be called as what there, JDBC ODBC driver. Is I got or not? Or bridge driver. Another name. What is this another name? You know, bridge driver. Two names are available. Type 1 driver is also called JDBC ODBC driver or bridge driver. And the second point is what there, type 1 driver was provided by Sun Microsystems in the form of a class sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc.odbc driver. Sun Microsystems has provided type 1 driver as a model implementation or showcase for all the database vendors to prepare their own driver classes. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? Now the point is what? Fourth one, observe carefully. Listen carefully. Sun Microsystems has provided type 1 driver with the interdependency on the Microsoft product ODBC driver. Come again, what's the point I said to you? Sun Microsystems has provided type 1 driver with the interdependency on the Microsoft product ODBC driver. Then immediately we are getting a question, what is this ODBC driver? What is this ODBC driver? Observe carefully. ODBC driver is a specification provided by Microsoft. Right, instead of saying this, ODBC driver is a product. That's directly I want to say that product provided by Microsoft, provided by the Microsoft. Okay, and it is able to provided by Microsoft, and it is able to connect with any type of database, and it is able to connect with any type of database. It is able to connect with any type of database from JDBC ODBC driver. It is able to connect with any type of database from JDBC ODBC driver. Observe carefully what I am telling to you. One simple diagram I am trying to prepare. Now try to observe carefully. Say for example, this is like what I am telling to you, Java application. That's it. Understand it clearly? Java application. Next one, after this, what we are getting there? This is like database. Then after completion of this, observe carefully. Now whenever we are having this database now, this is like what their database engine. Database engine. Now after this database engine, what next one here we are able to get there? Here we are able to have what there? Java, that means JVM. Even instead of saying this JVM, just we can understand it. No, it's okay, no problem here. This is like what there. 1 minute, guys. Now instead of saying this JVM, no, this I want to say like what there, JDBC ODBC driver. JDBC ODBC driver. Okay, JDBC ODBC driver. Right, sir. JDBC ODBC driver. Now this is about like what there, database engine. Observe carefully. Now here the point is what? this JDBC ODBC driver is depending on what the Microsoft product ODBC driver. Right or not? So here what we are having there, Microsoft product ODBC driver is existed. Microsoft product ODBC driver is existed. Observe carefully. JDBC ODBC driver. Then here, the middle one is what there? ODBC driver. It is existed here. Everybody understand it clearly. What I am telling you know. Here database engine is existed. Fine. First of all, when we execute our application, what is going to be happen? First of all, JDBC ODBC, that means database logic will come to what there? JDBC ODBC driver. Now JDBC ODBC driver will give the database logic to whom there? ODBC driver. ODBC driver will give the database logic to what there? Database engine. Now database engine will perform the database operations. After completion of this, it able to get some results back in a database representations. Again, the database representations are given to what there? ODBC driver. Now ODBC driver will give the representations to this particular one, and it able to give the required representations to Java application. This flow of execution is going on here. But what they are doing, what conversions they are doing, I want to give clarity. All of you observe carefully. First of all, these are like what their Java representations. Am I right or not? These are like what they're here? Java representations. Java, we are giving Java representations are given to JDBC ODBC driver. Now JDBC ODBC driver is converting the Java representations to ODBC representations. Java representations are converted to like what their ODBC representations. Okay, ODBC driver will convert that ODBC representations to what their database representations. ODBC driver will convert that ODBC representations to what their database representations. The database representations are given to database engine. Database engine is able to perform the required database operations. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? The required database operations are performed. When the database operations are performed here, whenever the database operations are performed here, automatically the database operations are, maybe some results are generated here. Whatever the results here we are getting, no, that results are in the database representations actually. The results are available in database representations. The database representations are given to ODBC driver. ODBC driver is converting the database representations to what their ODBC representations. That ODBC representations are given to given to JDBC ODBC driver. It will convert that ODBC representations to what their Java representations, and the Java represented content will be provided to Java application. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? Mainly here 2 times conversions are performed. Java to ODBC, ODBC to database. Again in the reverse, database to ODBC, ODBC to Java. Majorly we are going to convert in this way. First one up to generating results only. The results anyway they are converted to what their Java. That is a different story. So here 2 times conversions are required or not? What are the 2 times conversions here we are getting there? Java to ODBC, ODBC to database. 2 times conversions we required if we want to connect with the databases from Java applications. Alright, so now this is the diagram here we provided. Through this we are able to understand what exactly this type 1 driver. Now understand this clearly. What is the point I am giving here? ODBC driver is a product provided by Microsoft, and it is able to connect with any type of database from ODBC, from JDBC, ODBC driver. But here the point here what I am telling to you, observe carefully the point here. If we want to, all of you observe carefully, if we want to use type 1 driver in JDBC applications, then we must install the Microsoft product. We must install the Microsoft product ODBC driver in our system. This is extra burden. It's a headache basically. Alright, sir. If you want to use type 1 driver in JDBC applications, then we must install the Microsoft product ODBC driver in our system. Right. Next point, other point here. Now understand this clearly. Everybody observe carefully. ODBC driver, the Microsoft product, ODBC driver is very good, compatible with the Microsoft products only. Is very good, compatible with the Microsoft products only. Almost all indirectly I'm telling to you, it's a platform dependent. Microsoft product is what there? Windows. Windows operating system is what there? Microsoft product. So the Microsoft product ODBC driver is very good, compatible with the Microsoft products only. Microsoft products like Windows operating system. Windows operating system. So type 1 driver is very good. Is very good, compatible with the Windows operating system, with the Microsoft products, with the Microsoft products. So what is the conclusion I'm telling there? It is bounded to a particular operating system or not? It's bounded to a particular operating system or not? So type 1 driver is a lesser portable driver. Whenever it is bounded with a particular product, no, automatically its portability will be very less. It is a lesser portable driver. That's clear? All of you are getting my point now? Is it more portable or lesser portable? Lesser portable driver. Understand it clearly. Next one is after this. Next point. Type 1 driver requires 2 times conversions to interact with the database. Type 1 driver required 2 times conversions to interact with the database. What are the 2 times conversions here? Observe carefully. First one is like what there? Java to ODBC representation, Java to ODBC, and second one is what there? ODBC to database. The 2 times now. Alright, sir. So because of this, what is the point I'm telling? The type 1 driver required 2 times conversion to interact with the database. So type 1 driver is a slower driver. Type 1 driver is what there? A slower driver. Why? Because it required 2 times conversions. Right, that is one point. Next one is after completion of this particular one. All of you understand it clearly. It is a slower one. So automatically another point is what there? Whenever it is a slower one, type 1 driver will reduce. Type 1 driver will reduce application performance. Type 1 driver will reduce the JDB's application performance. JDB's applications performance. Clear? Next one after this. Now tell me, all of you understand it clearly. Type 1, see one more point I'm telling you, all of you observe carefully. Enterprise applications are running on the basis of the client server architecture or not? That means majorly server side applications are not. So definitely we require an application server or not? That application server requires some operating system or not? Now tell me, which operating system is very good for application servers? In the real-time application development, servers are going to be maintained. That servers are maintained on which operating system? Do you think about it? Windows operating system is suitable for it? No. Windows operating system is maximum for video games only. Windows operating system maximum for video games only, for entertainment purpose only, not for the serious application development. But of course, up to a single developer workstation point of view, up to a single developer local instance, local development point of view, we are able to use Windows operating system, somewhat user interface, good user interface we are getting there. But actually, application servers maintenance required so many internal resources that somewhat strength is required from the operating system, some support is required. So because of that reason, nobody will use Windows operating system for server maintenance now. Everybody will use some other operating system for server maintenance, where the best one is what their Linux operating system. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Linux operating system. Think a minute about it. I'm preparing one server-side application. That application is going to be deployed into an application server. That application server is available on Linux operating system. Unfortunately, in my application, I have used a type 1 driver. Type 1 driver is required what there? ODBC driver. ODBC is provided by whom? Windows operating system. But where you are running your application? Linux operating system. How it is possible to have ODBC driver through Linux operating system? No? Where some incompatibility is coming or not? So where our application is not going to be executed. Finally, now tell me, type 1 driver is suitable for server-side applications or not? Come on, type 1 driver is suitable for server-side applications or not? No, type 1 driver is not suggestible, is not suitable, is not suggestible for the server-side applications. Server-side applications, it is suggestible for the standalone applications. Standalone applications. Server-side application, maybe web applications or maybe distributed applications, whatever it may be. It is not suggestible for the server-side applications, but it is suggestible for what their standalone applications. Now tell me, all of you understand it clearly. Next one is type 1 driver is a showcase or model implementation. Type 1 driver is a showcase or model implementation So it is not suggestible. It is not suggestible for the, like what I'm telling there, for the complex JDBC applications. Simply speaking, for serious JDBC applications. For actual JDBC application, the type 1 driver is not suggestible. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? Right. Moreover, apart from all this, now another point here, what I am telling to you. Now tell me, what is this type 1 driver class now? Type 1 driver class. Already given the driver class. What is this driver class now? sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc driver. Type 1 driver class sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc driver was managed by Java up to its JDK 1.7 version. Type 1 driver was managed by Sun Microsystems up to its JDK 1.7 version. Alright, sir. Type 1 driver was not existed from JDK 1.8 version onwards. That means type 1 driver was removed from 1.8 version onwards. Now at present in the industry, what version here we are using there? What version was used there? At present in the at present in the industry, what version is going on there? Java 8, okay, Java 9, Java 10 going on, but all of a sudden all members are directly migrating to Java 17. In the industry, what I observed there, Java 11 up to Java 10, Java 11 they have used. Then after that they are given some waiting time. When Java 17 was released there, immediately that software industry is directly trying to migrate from Java 10 or Java 11 to what there? Java 17. Now at present every company is in the migration time up to 17. Because of that reason, I'm thinking about to provide up to Java 20th version features in our classes there now, where automatically Java 17 is also be covered. Yes, sir, all of you are getting it or not? So this is what exactly the point I'm telling there. But type 1 driver is available up to JDK 1.7 version. It is not available in what there 1.8 version onwards. So Java already they have stopped to provide support for what there type 1 driver. So what is the requirement to use for us? So that's why one or two examples I will show with this one. Next onwards, every time I'm going to use what there type 4 driver only. So got or not? Right, sir. Now these are the various points here we understood about this type 1 driver. Next we have to understand type 2, type 3, type 4. No need to have any discussion about this type 5 here. In the future I will provide that. Then after that directly I will go for steps to prepare JDBC applications only. Right. So the remaining part we will discuss on tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to see the content, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Jyoteshu Reddy, then hibernate classes, if you know already advanced Java, at least JDBC we required. If you know JDBC, then you can understand it clearly. Otherwise, you may not understand. Of course, then if you want to attend parallel, we can attend there. Why? Because meanwhile, I'm going to start JDBC programming also. Parallelly, we can do that. JDBC and hibernate. Yeah, no issues. If you want to do that, we can come for this content. But we have to study the JDBC regularly. Jyoteshwar Reddy. Okay, right. Guys, and one more thing, and maybe tomorrow or day of tomorrow, this link is going to be changed there. Private link will come. Those who are not yet registered, please register for the course immediately. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Then within 1 or 2 days of time, this link is going to be changed. Yeah, after advanced Java, no. Then continuously I'm going to take about what there Spring Boot microservices and Hibernate web services. These things I'm planning there. So when I complete this core Java at 6:30, there I'm going to start Spring framework. When I complete advanced Java here, I may go with what there Hibernate. Or depending on the content here, Spring Boot microservices or Hibernate, that I will decide. Okay, right. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. I'll meet on tomorrow. Yeah, you can learn Hibernate without Spring, no problem. Spring is not mandatory for Hibernate, but to go for Spring, Hibernate is mandatory. If you want to understand Spring, Hibernate is mandatory. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Right, guys. That's all, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow.